It's very interesting that during times of increased violence and suppression and even a sense of hopelessness, one of the questions I often get is, does nonviolence really work? The real question we need to be asking ourselves is, have we truly committed to nonviolence? Because the way we think about nonviolence for the most part as a reaction to what is happening. So we see an increase in violence and then we ask the question, where is the nonviolent movement? Instead of understanding that in its core, nonviolence is a proactive movement to what are we seeking to build and dismantle the systems and the structures that are not allowing us to build that peace and structures of justice in our communities. And we need to understand also that nonviolence is not passive. It is not weak. It is not simply protesting and hoping somebody in some position will listen. Nonviolence is strategic. It takes discipline. It takes commitment. It takes training. It takes sacrifice, coordination, seeing this as a long-term initiative. I mean, look at the fact. Armies train, militias train, empires spend billions of dollars into the machinery of violence. But movements for nonviolence, most of the time, we are barely able to prepare our people for what they are engaging in. And so what ends up happening is many people reducing activism to showing up in an anti-you-fill-the-blank demonstration every once in a while and calling it resistance. But nonviolence in its deepest form is much more radical than that. Nonviolence was also never meant to be practiced by a small group of morally committed people while the masses sit on the sidelines. Its power has always depended on collective engagement and participation. This is where the shift happened. This is where systems begin to crack. Because real nonviolence is not only resistance, it is refusal, it is disruption, it is courage, it is awakening, it is the mass turning over of the tables in the temples of empires everywhere. And we also have to be honest. The systems we are facing today have evolved. These are not the systems that existed 60, 50, 40, 30, 20 years ago. Empire is no longer a military occupation or direct control. It has become more psychological, more manipulative, more technological, more global, more capable of shaping fear, shaping identity, even perception itself. Which also means that nonviolence must evolve as well. This doesn't mean abandoning the principle, but deepen them, strengthen them, build new strategies in nonviolence, become more courageous, more rooted, and more organized to address the reality of the moment. And I want to end by saying history has shown us something very important. Systems of oppression are actually frightened and terrified of organized nonviolent movements. This is why they infiltrate us. This is why they discard us. This is why they mock us. This is why they crush us in the first moment that they can. Not because we are weak, but because we are dangerous. So nonviolence is not about being nice. Nonviolence is about building power without becoming what we are fighting against. And maybe what this moment needs is not less nonviolence, but people finally willing to engage in it in a very radical way.